Hello, my dear friends. Welcome back to our little quiet space. I'm so happy you're here with me today. Before we begin, I want you to pause for just a second. Feel this moment. Know how much it means to me that you've chosen to be here. This podcast, this space we share, it's become such a precious part of my life. And it's because of you, your kind words, your thoughtful messages, even your quiet listening. Even the silence, it carries warmth. It reminds me that this connection we have is real. So, from my heart, thank you. Now, I've been holding on to a little secret, a piece of news that fills me with joy every time I think of it. And today, I finally get to share it with you. My home and my heart have both grown bigger. A few weeks ago, I welcomed a brand new member into my family. He's small, he's fluffy, he's mischievous, and his name is Maximum. Yes, friends, I have a new puppy. Since Max arrived, my apartment has been completely transformed. It's no longer the same calm, predictable place it used to be. Now, it's filled with happy chaos. Chew toys pop up in the strangest corners. My socks? Constantly stolen. The sound of little paws tapping and racing across the floor, that's my new morning alarm clock. I'm laughing more, I'm moving more, I'm living life at ankle level. But it hasn't all been easy. There have been sleepless nights. There have been little puddles on the floor. There have been moments when I wondered if I could keep up. And yet, every single challenge is wrapped in so much love, so much joy, so much discovery. Here's the surprising part. When I first brought Max home, I thought I would be the teacher. I thought it was my role to guide him, to show him where to sleep, what not to chew, how to sit, how to stay. But something unexpected happened. This tiny, four-legged ball of energy has been teaching me. He's been showing me things I didn't realize I had forgotten. Simple things, beautiful things. Things that matter. So today, I want to share some of the quiet lessons I've been learning from Max's little puppy heart. Lessons about patience, lessons about joy, lessons about love that asks for nothing in return. Because sometimes, our greatest teachers arrive in the smallest, fluffiest forms. The greatest gift Max has given me is simple. Yet it is powerful. It is the joy of the present moment. Max is a puppy. And puppies have a magical secret. They live only in the now. They don't replay the mistakes of yesterday. They don't worry about what might happen tomorrow. Their whole world is what is right in front of them, right now. And in Max's world, the now is full of wonder. A sunbeam stretches across the rug. To me, it might just be a patch of light. But to Max, it is a treasure. He circles it. He tests it with his paw. Then he sinks down into it as if it is the coziest bed in the world. His eyes close. His tiny chest rises and falls. And in that moment, life is perfect. Then the wind blows. A single leaf dances across the pavement. My adult brain thinks, just a leaf. But Max explodes with joy. His tail wags furiously. He leaps, pounces, and chases as though he is on the grandest adventure of his life. One leaf. One moment. Endless joy, and food. Oh, food is not just food. When it's mealtime, Max doesn't simply eat. He dives in. He eats as though every bite is a miracle. No distractions. No holding back. His entire being is wrapped up in the glorious experience of that meal. Watching him made me pause. It made me uncomfortable, even. Because I realized how rarely I give my full attention to anything. I drink my coffee while scrolling through the news. I check my phone while half listening to a loved one. I eat lunch with one hand and type emails with the other. My body is here, but my mind is racing. I am everywhere but the present. It melts my heart every single time. It also makes me think. Because as humans, we learn to do the opposite. We start out like puppies. Children love without fear. They run into hugs. They speak what's on their hearts. But as we grow, things change. We experience hurt. We get betrayed. Someone we trusted lets us down. Our hearts get broken, sometimes more than once. And slowly, we learn. We learn to build walls. We learn to be cautious. We keep a little piece of ourselves hidden. We smile, but we don't fully open up. We laugh, but we hold back our tears. We love, but not too deeply. Because deep love feels dangerous. Vulnerability feels unsafe. We're afraid. Afraid that if we show our soft belly, our tender, unguarded selves, someone will hurt us. So we protect ourselves. But in protecting ourselves, we also lose something. We lose that raw, fearless connection, and then there's forgiveness. That's another lesson Max keeps teaching me. If I accidentally bump into him, he might give a startled yelp. If I take away a toy he shouldn't have, he looks at me with disappointment. His feelings are real. He feels the sting of that moment, but only for a moment. Seconds later, his tail is wagging again. He's back at my side, licking my hand, ready to love. No grudges. No silent treatment. No list of wrongs kept in his heart. He doesn't hold on to anger. He doesn't withhold affection. His heart is always open, always ready to reconnect. And I wonder, what if we lived like that? What if we forgave more quickly? What if we chose to keep our hearts open, even when it was risky? Max is showing me something powerful. Vulnerability is not weakness. It takes courage to love with an open heart. It takes strength to trust again after being hurt. Yes, there's a risk. Yes, there's pain. But there's also beauty. There's a connection. There's love so deep and meaningful it changes everything. And maybe, just maybe, that kind of courage, the courage to be vulnerable, is the secret to the happiest life we can live. This next lesson has filled my home with laughter. It's the freedom of play. It's the joy of being perfectly imperfect. A puppy never hides his clumsiness. He doesn't feel shame for missing a step. He doesn't care if he looks silly. He simply lives, stumbles, and plays with all his heart. Watching Max is like watching joy in its rawest form. He'll get a sudden spark of energy and dash across the living room as if chasing invisible sunshine. His paws slip on the floor. He collides with a chair. He doesn't stop. He only runs faster, his ears flopping wildly with each bounce. Sometimes, he pounces on his squeaky toy with total determination. And then, he misses. He tumbles into a fluffy heap, rolling on his back, paws in the air, tongue hanging out in delight. Other times, he chases his own tail in endless circles, round and round until he collapses, dizzy and happy. And here's the beauty, he never pauses to check if anyone is laughing at him. He never asks, "Do I look graceful?" He never wonders, "Am I doing this right?" He just plays. Boldly. Freely. Joyfully. That freedom humbles me. Because I see how different it is for us adults. We walk through life carrying invisible weights. The pressure to look competent. The demand to always appear polished. The silent rule that says, "Don't mess up, don't look foolish, don't let anyone see your flaws." And so, we hold back. We avoid trying new things because we dread the awkward stage. We don't dance unless we already know the steps. We don't paint because we fear the mess on the canvas. We don't learn languages because our accents sound broken and strange. We stop before we even start. Not because we lack the desire, but because we are terrified of not being perfect. But Max doesn't care about perfection. He only cares about joy. He plays because it feels good. He runs because he can. He leaps, tumbles, crashes, and then gets up again, still smiling, still wagging, still ready for more. And that's the lesson. Play without purpose. Try without worrying. Laugh when you stumble. Let go of the heavy need to perform. I'm learning to bring that into my own life. To paint without caring if it's beautiful. To dance in the kitchen when nobody is watching, or even when they are. To pick up a guitar and strum the wrong chords with a smile, because freedom lives in imperfection. Growth begins in the awkward stage. Fun is born the moment you stop caring how you look. Max is teaching me that clumsiness can be beautiful. Silly can be wise. Imperfect can be perfect in its own way. When I release the fear of looking foolish, I open the door to joy. To grow. To laughter that comes from deep inside. To play that heals the tired, serious parts of me. And maybe that's what life has been asking me all along. Not to be flawless, but to be free. The final lesson is the one I never expected. Yet it's the one I needed most. It's the wisdom of rest. A puppy knows this truth instinctively. They live by rhythm. They burst with energy, and then they let go completely. No hesitation. No guilt. Just presence. Max is my teacher here. His energy is like a thunderstorm. Loud. Unpredictable. Magnificent. He runs in wild circles. He jumps higher than seems possible. He chews everything within reach. He explores corners of the house as if each one holds a hidden treasure. Every ounce of him vibrates with life. And then, suddenly, it's gone. He drops. His body folds in. His breathing slows. He curls himself into a small, warm ball on the floor. Within seconds, he is gone, lost in deep, dream-filled sleep. It always amazes me. One moment, chaos. The next, peace. He doesn't resist it. He doesn't push through. He doesn't tell himself he has to do one more lap around the living room. He doesn't whisper, "You're lazy if you stop now." He simply surrenders. Max knows that rest is not failure. It is preparation. His sleep is the foundation of his next storm of joy. He will wake up renewed. Ready. Alive again. I watch him and wonder, why don't we live like this? Our modern world tells a different story. It tells us to keep going, always on. Always available. Always producing. We are taught to hustle. To measure our worth by how busy we are. To see sleep as weakness. To treat rest as a reward only after we have proven ourselves, even when we pause. We rarely stop. We scroll. We binge. We distract ourselves until exhaustion forces us to collapse. And still, we feel guilty. I know this guilt too well. I have fought against tiredness. I have forced myself to sit at my desk long after my brain begged me to stop. I have believed the lie that more hours equals more value, but the truth is softer, kinder. And Max shows me that truth every day. Rest is not laziness. Rest is wisdom, rest is healing, rest is sacred. When I watch Max sleep, I see more than a puppy napping. I see a body mending itself. I see muscles repairing. I see his little mind processing all the sights, sounds, and smells of the day. I see his soul gathering strength for the joy that is waiting on the other side of sleep. And slowly, I begin to listen to my own body. I begin to notice when my eyelids grow heavy, when my thoughts blur, when my energy dips low. Instead of pushing harder, I let myself stop. I breathe. I lie down. I rest, There is no shame in this. There is freedom. There is life. Max is teaching me something my busy world has tried to make me forget. Rest is not the opposite of productivity. Rest is the heartbeat of it. It is in rest that we recover. It is in rest that we find clarity. It is in rest that we prepare for joy. So now, when I feel the weight of exhaustion, I remember my little thunderstorm. I remember Max curled on the floor, peaceful and unbothered. And I whisper to myself, it's okay. Close your eyes. Rest. Tomorrow is waiting. So, these are the lessons from my little teacher, Maximum. To be fully present in each moment. To love with an open and trusting heart. To play without fear of being imperfect. And to rest deeply and without guilt. As I'm recording this, he's asleep at my feet, probably dreaming of chasing leaves. He is a small creature, but he has brought such big wisdom into my life. He reminds me that the most profound lessons are often the simplest ones, and they are all around us, if we only take a moment to notice. Thank you for letting me share my joy with you today. I hope it brought a little warmth to your heart. Until next time, be gentle with yourself.